Okay, so now we're ready to take out the two side bolts. It's a 7/16 bolt with the 5/16 nut, and I've positioned the box end into the little gap right there to hold the nut in place, and then with the 7/16 socket I can take it out. But let me put the camera down and I'll show you what that bolt and nut looks like. Alright, so there's that bolt, and it's got the washer and the 5/16 nut, and now you can see that there's a big hole right there, and this side here is free. So we're going to do the same thing to the other end, and then we're going to go to the back of the seat and take out the two bolts back there. Okay, so here we are in the luggage compartment, and behind the rear bench seat, as I said earlier, there's two 7/16 bolts, one on this side and one on the other side, and it's pretty straightforward. You just take it off. I kind of loosened it already, and you do this side and then you do the other side, and the seat is free, and I'll show you how to take it out from the front. Alright, so here are the two bolts that go on each side of the seat rails, and while you have the 7/16, you might as well take out the two bolts that hold this seatbelt clip over here. I already loosened them already, so it just comes out like that, and likewise for this side here. And I like to put a piece of tape, to tape this bolt to this assembly, because these are different size bolts over here, and again, you're just trying to be idiot proof as you can, so when you put it back together, everything is all together already. So I'm going to do that, and into the bag it goes. And then I'll set up the tripod so I can show you guys how to take out the rear bench seat. So there, I just put some electrical tape. I wrapped it around the bolt so it keeps it from falling out, sliding out, and it's ready to go. Alright, so here we go. You want to make sure that both seats are all the way forward, which they are, and then you just grab the seat. Take some maneuvering. Here she comes. One rear seat. Alright, so now that the rear bench seat is out of there, we can take out the co-pilot seat, and you just slide it back all the way. There you go. You slip it out of the rails, like so, and here she comes. That's that. We're going to leave the pilot seat in there because we have to taxi the airplane around. So, alright, we're going to take out the carpets next. Alright, so we're ready to take out the carpets, and the carpets either held in place by Velcro, gravity, or both. On the bottom one, the luggage compartment one, there are two eye bolts that I use for the cargo net. Those have to be taken out, so let me take out those guys. They come off like pretty straightforward. They just unscrew. Also, along the door, the cargo door, there's a little metal threshold, and the carpet goes underneath that one. And if you just loosen the screws, then you can kind of lift the little threshold, and the carpet slides right out. That's that one. So for the cargo, for the luggage area, this guy is just held in place by Velcro, and you can hear it. It just comes right out like that. And some of the Velcro came with it. I'm going to have to glue it back down, and that's what it looks like underneath. And we're going to do the same thing now to the luggage. I'm sorry, the rear cargo area here. And this guy likewise, there's Velcro, which I'm going to try to keep it down. Like that. slides out just like so. And there's one of many inspection plates that we need to take off. Let me finish taking the carpets off first. So the rear passenger carpet comes out pretty straightforward as well. Velcro all the way around. Just like that. And she's out of there. And in order for us to take out the pilot and co-pilot's carpet, we have to take out the emergency gear. They have a little rubber boot here along with that plastic piece here, and it's just held in place by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bolts. So we're going to do that next. Alright, so here are the 5 screws for this plastic emergency boot. And that guy, because mine happens to be busted, it slides out quite easily out of there. At least it should. There it goes. And that's the gear extension, emergency gear extension handle right there. Alright, and now these 5 screws go, you guessed it, into the Ziploc bag. There. And this carpet, it just pulls right out from underneath. Right here. So this carpet is out, and there's just one more piece that we need to take out, and that's this plastic trim piece that goes between the lower rear seat area and the upper rear seat area, and it's held in place by 3 sheet metal screws, which are right here. And let's put them in the bag. And now you have all the hardware that's associated with the seats and the emergency gear boot all in one place. Okay, and this guy just comes right out like that. Alright, we're going to attack the inspection plates inside the airplane, and I'll show you how that's done. Oh, just one more thing. There's 2 little pieces of carpet that goes around the rudder pedals, one on the pilot's side over there and one over here as well. On some airplanes I actually glued down. When I replaced my carpets, I did not glue down. I kind of custom fitted each one of them to all the different contours that these rudder pedals have. So you just kind of, pull it out of there, and there it is. And we do the same thing for the pilot side. This way makes it nice, easy, accessible. Alright, so we're going to attack the inspection plates, and inside the airplane you have 2 kinds of fasteners for the inspection plates. One of them is just these push pins that go, basically in these holes over here. And to get them out, you just put a flat blade screwdriver underneath, and you kind of pry it, and off it comes, just like that. Okay, and let's do this one here real time. So there it is, and then the inspection plate comes right off, and you can look at some of the pulleys that are associated with the rudder trim and the rudder and that sort of thing. The other kind of inspection plate actually has screws, as you can see right here. So you're going to need your trusty cordless screwdriver. I always like to at least start them with the regular Phillips screwdriver, so you don't strip them. And then of course you're going to have a Ziploc bag labeled floor access covers hardware. So all the access panels go in there along with their appropriate fasteners. Alright, so let me get those off, and I'll show you how that looks like when it's finished. Or just a quick word regarding these covers. They're all pretty much identical, except naturally for this guy here that's clearly different than this guy. Plus there's one more that's unique, and that's this panel right here. It has this cutout for the fuel selector push rod over here that connects to the fuel selector valve down here. So So there's the handle for the fuel selector, and the fuel selector itself is down there through this remote mechanism here. Alright, so all the inspection plates inside the airplane are off. And as you can see here, it is full of holes. Okay, so next we are going to attack the 3 inspection panels that are associated with the landing gear. There's one access panel right here. There's an equivalent one on that side over there. And then there's this triangular kind of access panel here. And somebody in Cessna decided that they're going to use 3 different types of screw lengths on this panel here. So I've marked them here, medium, short, and long. And there is a service bulletin associated with these screws because if it's used in the wrong spot, it can chafe one of the hydraulic lines going to the actuators. So you want to be very careful and mark these screws and the panel so you put them back correctly. The center one is missing because this is the one, that 3/8 screw that we took off for the rear bench seat. The center post went right here. Okay, so we're going to take that out and I'll show you what it looks like on the inside. Okay, so I've taken all the screws off the 3 access panels associated with the main landing gear actuators. So here's one, you can see daylight through there. There's one of the switches right here. Right over here, one of the micro switches. Okay. There's equivalent one on the other side, again with its own micro switch. And then this guy here gives you access to the actuators here. And there's a couple of pulleys down here as well that need to be lubed. And you'll notice, you know, this hydraulic line over here. This one bolt here could perhaps, you know, chafe against this thing here. So it looks like it's well out of the way in my case here. The other thing you'll notice is that a few annuals ago we replaced these bolts over here with drilled ones so we can safety wire them, and there is a service bulletin for that. This is a 1978 model. I don't know if the later models already come with the drilled ones or not, but I decided to do it on mine. Okay, that's about it. As far as the inspection panels, we're going to take that cover off. That acts as some more pulleys back there, as well as the ELT. We have to test that as well every annual. So let me do that next, and then I got to take the headliner off, and I got to take those panels, those little aluminum plates that go for the rudder pedals off, so we can lube those mechanisms back there. Alright, so the ELT access panel is held in place by just 3 Phillips screws, sheet metal screws, 1, 2, and 3, and it just pulls right off. And there's the ELT, along with some other pulleys and stuff. Alright, since we're almost finished with the inside, I'm going to take a little break in here, and I'm going to warm up the engine in preparation to change in the oil and the oil filter. And then while the oil is draining, we're going to be taking the access panels from the wings and the rest of the fuselage. Alright, so let me warm it up and we'll get back to you.